Good morning, lovelies. ZoëTwoDots here with some more Pokemon Go goodness for you, and today is the start of the catching some Z's, get some Z's and get some rest event in Pokemon Go, kind of like a tie-in event to hype up Pokemon Sleep that is launching, should be launching in the next couple of days, I guess. I did get early access with the beta for Pokemon Sleep. It's pretty cute. I was very incentivized to actually go to bed on time so that I could, like, you know, get my Pokemon in the morning. Cute app. Curious to see when the full edition drops. But on the Pokemon Go side of things, we have got Kamala dropping in-game as a new Pokemon. Mildly surprised that it wasn't an Australian regional. It is what it is. We've already got a few regionals here, but it is a very sleepy, cute koala Pokemon. Additionally, SNORLAX with the little honk-shoe sleepy little nightcap is available, but only through special research, and you can only get that special research by connecting to a Pokemon Go Plus. So new Pokemon Plus. The original Go Pluses were discontinued pretty early on in the piece. Like, they came out fairly early and then were discontinued really, really early. The Ball Plus came out subsequently as a, you know, it's also a controller for a Nintendo Switch. Not bad at all, but they're very bulky. There's been a whole plethora of, you know, third-party devices that have been available, but these lads are now available. Decided to snag myself one. So let's get it connected because the special research requires you to actually use it. Hot tip, if you've got one of these and once you're done with the special research, lend it to a friend and help them get the task done if they have no interest in getting one. All that sort of jazz. If you can be without it for about a week, which is what it needs to get the task done, help a friend out. With little packaging in here. Oh my god, that's so cute. That is really adorable packaging. Sick, okay. Well, that's like actually way lower profile than what I thought it was gonna be. I thought it was gonna be quite chunky. That's what we're looking at. About yay big. I mean, I do have relatively large hands, but about yay big. It's the size of, like, you pick up like a really good rock at the beach and you're like, that's a good rock. It's about that size. Way lighter though, very light. All right, now let's see if I can connect this bad boy without reading a single instruction, because I don't want to have to look it up. Accessory devices, well, there's a new menu. Ball Plus, let's eject that. Available devices, I'm just gonna, easy. Plus, finding, connecting, pairing. Make my life easy, vibrate, beautiful, bing bong. Finalize pairing, the indicator light should now be solid white. Press the main, God, didn't give me a second to read that, but what did it say? Oh, for far out. Let me give you a second to read it, my guy. Press the main and side button at the same time. Okay, Jesus. Okay, far out, you gotta speed read that. You good, bro? Allow your sleep data to be shared with Pokemon Go. Ooh, with Pokemon Go? If you decline data from up to 8 sleep sessions you track will still be recorded locally on your Pokemon. If you decline, data from up to 8 sleep sessions you track will still be recorded locally on your Pokemon Go Plus, will remain stored there until it's overwritten. Okay, so it's just saying that the data's stored. Why does Pokemon Go need the... I know there's a task. There's a task tethered to using it. I'm gonna say okay for now and then revoke it once the task is done. I think, because after the task is done, Pokemon Go doesn't need to know when I'm sleeping. Before you go to bed, begin a sleep session. Press the main button to see this flash blue. When you wake up, end the session. Share your data. Okay. Enable quick reconnect mode. With quick reconnect mode enabled, you can reconnect your nearby Pokemon Go Plus to your paired smart device by simply tapping the icon on the map view. This is an excellent thing. This is a thing that was actually available for a lot of third-party devices. Rather than having to dig through your bag to repair them, you could just press it, like this stays on. And you can just press it on the map. So yes, please for that. Choose a reward time. Stardust, Buddy Hearts, stickers. You can earn rewards by tracking your sleep. The longer you sleep, the more rewards you earn. You can also choose what time to receive these rewards each day. Oh, that's cool. You can kind of like tether it to when you want to drop incense or whatever else, or drop a star piece or that sort of thing, I guess. Cool. Let's go 7 AM. Get some rest. No, not right now, my guy. I need to drive. Now is not the time to get some rest. So sorry if I sound like garbage. I've been sick all week. Picked up a nice little bug from the cousins. So I've been coughing my guts up. I don't know how long this video is going to be. Can I please? All right, thank you. Finish setup. Finish the setup. I want to go catch a Kamala and actually go to bed. Shut up. I have to change that in the settings. I'm pretty sure there's settings to turn off the Pikachu yelling at you as well. But so far I haven't seen, I've seen a few people online saying that you can't turn off the vibration, which I know has been a like consistent complaint on all of the devices. So if we find out a way to mod these to turn off the vibration, I probably will, because it's just obnoxious. It's 2023, we don't need vibration on all the you know, sometimes we need to, you know? Let's see if I can just reconnect that. Connecting. Oh, that's gonna get annoying. Let's do a little sussy. Okay, I'm gonna enable as well. Enable in setting. What do you mean? So please enable your accessory so identify nearby stops in the settings. I'm in the settings. What do you want about? What do you mean? Hello, hi Professor. Sorry about that. Running over on very little sleep. Candela gave me some of the coffee beans she'd been raving about, so I did the neighbourly thing and gave them a whirl. The coffee was delicious, but way stronger than I'm used to. She got those Australian, you know, Australian roastery beans, you know? She found those beautiful, like, Ecuadorian beans. Oh, we are vibing. She got that Ecuadorian blend, you know, but it was roasted in-house in Australia. Shipped them out, fresh grind, you know? Kept me wide awake into the wee hours of the night. Getting a good amount of sleep is essential if you want to keep your brain sharp. Speaking personally, exhaustion tends to steer me towards more outlandish theories. You want to hear one? All right, but let's keep it between us, okay? Somewhere on my desk, there's an early draft of a paper called The Aerodynamics of Various Hats Worn by Pikachu. It's very well researched. That's enough about me. Do you have any theories and you'd like to... Why don't you sleep on it, get back to me? Maybe I will. Oh, are they cheekily... Can we not hold down? Can we not strap? I was told I would have to press no buttons. Okay, enable auto throw, enable auto spin. There we go. I think I just had to talk to the professor. Okay, so it's just going to alternate between which ones you can select. So I'm going to put it to Great Ball for the moment, because in the special research, we need to catch 20 Pokemon in Pokeballs, catch 10 in Great Balls or Ultra Balls, and then spin 15 using this lad, and then track sleep for 7 days. So that's the I guess the data sharing bit there. I'll allow it for 7 days, and then I'll probably revoke the depending what these rewards are. I'll probably revoke permissions, because you don't need to know when I'm sleeping. And I'm fairly certain the only way to get the Snorlax with the little nightcap encounters through this special research. You can pick up this special research as well after the event is done, but just keep that in mind that you will actually need the device for 7 days for the sleep part. We don't even know what part 2 is yet, so it could even be longer than that. But again, if you're willing to help a friend out and share the devices, save some dollary dues, that'd be the way to do it. If not, trade with a friend. It looks like there's more than one encounter there, so fingers crossed. All right, I need to go find a Kamala, because that's probably the #1 objective otherwise for today. And there's no other timed research. There's no other like field research. I don't even think there's any flavored research. It's just the spawns, the raid Pokemon, and that's kind of it. But I mean, on the plus side, a bunch of things we haven't seen in a while. Wooloo we haven't seen in so long, except for Go Battle League encounters. So Wooloo we haven't seen in so long. Get yourselves a Wooloo, get a bunch of spares, trade with your friends. Double has been excellent for me in Go Battle League at the moment. I've been enjoying it a lot this season. Just lucky traded my Carbink with Steve, so thank you, Steve. Trying to get some extra candy for that and try that out as well. Otherwise, let's go find a little Kamala. We're in the right country for it, so let's go. Okie dokie, it's a bit of a windy one today, so sorry about that. We've got our first Kamala. I might go with the the Ultra Ball just to be safe. Nailed it. This thing is teeny tiny on the map. It's quite small. I'll try and find one where I can show you guys on the map. But I have to get to a good spot to catch this one. So, registered. Look how it sits on its little butt. It's quite cute. Oh my god, it's so small. Oh, it's so tiny. I always thought Kamala was like koala size. Wow. 011 on the IVs. Oh, she's trying her best out here. Oh my god, it's so small. 20 kilos though. Dense and short, just like me. Spirit Pokemon, I love it. Let's see if we've got another one on the nearby. They have been fairly sparse, but I have Just in my travels today, seen plenty on the nearby, one at a time, but still plenty of them out and about. All right, let's see how many we can catch today, because I wouldn't mind just getting a few. I have no clue if this thing's gonna be decent for PvP, for any other reason besides being adorable. It's gonna be amazing for photos though. There's a cool like tree stump thing here actually. I might try and take a quick photo of I don't think I have the right photo mode on at the moment, but oh, hold on, let's do that. Oh, this is gonna be cute. Okie dokie, so let's just do a quick little test here of the new device and see if it's worth it. Is she worth the $1 dues? Again, there's gonna be plenty of other things this thing can do with Pokemon Sleep that I can't quite test yet, but let's just compare the vibe check to, I've owned in the past plenty of different Go Plus style devices. So I'm gonna see if we can do this. So enable auto throw only lets you use regular balls, not great balls, which is kind of annoying. So if you're gonna use great balls and ultra balls, you have to press it down. I'm sure we're gonna figure out a way to strap this down effectively, but I'm gonna see if it still works even if I have enable switched on. So we're gonna turn this bad boy on, connecting. That's the quick connect is quite efficient. I do have to say that's like one thing that the previous ones have been lacking. No, so if the auto catches on, it's going to default. Right, okay. Oh, no, stop please. Okay, connected devices, accessories. This is going to be such a mission. Okay, if the enable is on, no. It's going to default to just using the red ball, even if you've got great ball selected. So, hold on, I have to stop it. Stop. Disconnect. Connected devices, that's a bit of an issue. So turn off enable, let's go Ultra Ball, why not? And then let's re-pair up. So we should still have. That's annoying though, so if the auto is not turned on, it won't auto spin. That's a bit silly. Again, this could just be day one bugs, and these are things that could get fixed pretty quickly. I will flag it because that seems dumb, that if the auto catch is off, then it makes the auto spin off as well. But let's see, it's very quick to pick up the stops at least. I know on the previous devices there's sometimes a little bit of downtime in between. That being said though, I did just put this on for the drive back here, and the frequency that it would reattempt to spin a stop, so if you're driving at a certain speed or traveling at a certain speed, it will get, you know, speed locked. Why aren't you picking up that there's a Bunnelby there? I might quickly just restart the game to give it a fair shot. The reattempt on a speed locked Pokestop, because I could just hear it vibrating, I've just put it in the thing here. The reattempts were very quick, but therefore very annoying when it's like voot voot nat 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 voot voot nat, like the reject sound. You know, 3 times is reattempting very quickly, which would be great, except for the fact that it's reattempting on something that it can't spin. So it's just that really annoying like rejection buzz. But I do like that it is at least faster in that way. I wish if it couldn't spin, it would just default to something else like pick a Pokemon. But that might just be a thing for your preferences if you set it to, you know. Okay, why are you not seeing these now? And again, this could just be a day one issue. Connected devices, accessories, because I did use the Great Ball before. See, yeah, okay, enable auto spin was on, but it was making me press. Okay, it's found something. It's a Kamala, sorry mate, I'm gonna catch that one manually, we need this guy. Sorry, that's a chunky one. It'd be a great test, but I really want to catch it. Look at his little twirl. I'll let you catch the next thing, sorry. Also, really sorry if the vibrating sound is just like annoying and makes you check your phone where you're like, what, was my phone ringing? That's a massive one. Yeah, IVs as we'd expect. Okay, sorry about that. Would you like to detect, you know, there's a Natu here. Maybe put on an incense for this. There's a Mareep right there. God, that's so weird. Okay. Natu was caught, okay. This is a bit funky. I wonder if it's because the auto catch was picking up things crazy quick. The regular red ball, super quick. This one is like, I'm just gonna try and not touch anything for a second here. When it's defaulting to using a great ball or an ultra ball, it is, or the manual press, I guess, is being really slow. Again, more than likely, it's just gonna be day one issues. Again, on top of that, more than likely, it might be a Google Play versus iStore, like Apple iTunes Store versus, you know, the Galaxy version of the app. It might work a bit better with different versions of the app as well. Could you please identify this Mareep? Mareep, identify yourself. Because we have to get this task done for the using the... A glowing review. Oh, oh, oh. Yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and say that this is just day one bugginess. I'm gonna flag all of this, obviously. Let's disconnect, reconnect. And again, it could be a slowness with communicating with the servers and stuff for what settings you've got enabled. So this should be on auto spin now. Happy days. One, yeah, it's not even giving a second in between fighting the next one to spin. That being said, the stops, like the spinning stops, is typically the fastest thing for the previous devices as well. But this is pretty prompt. This is pretty prompt. Still not seeing that Mareep though. And again, I don't know if this is tied to the whole despawn issue. I assume that Mareep is still there. It should disappear if it had already been caught or anything, or tried to be caught. But there is like a despawn, map despawn issue still, I think, where you're catching a Pokemon or quick catching it, or catching it with the Go Plus, and it's just hovering and staying on the map, and it should despawn. Could be that. Again, literally everything from the Kamala down, that was all with the auto catch. So I caught the Kamala, I put this back on, and yeah, Rhyhorn all the way up to the Kamala, slack off, was with the just red balls auto catch while driving. So again, we are speed capped. It's probably only be seeing stuff when we've stopped at a red light or something. So not a bad, and that was like what, a 10-minute, 15-minute drive? I would like to test this more thoroughly. I would like to see if there's any sort of quick, you know, day one fixes. Have you okay, finally found the Mareep. It defaulted to the auto catch with the red ball. Okay. Again, I feel like this is going to be something that should hopefully get smoothed out pretty quickly, because it seems like there's some sort of miscommunication with the auto. If one of the autos is turned off, it's trying to turn off both of the autos. But overall, for the lightness of it, very lightweight, feels pretty strong, which is good. Way lighter than the ball. I feel like the vibration is maybe more intense than the ball, but quieter. I feel like if it was on a flat surface, they'd probably be both as equally as loud, but this is gonna have more surface area sitting on a flat surface. It might sound louder, but when it's sideways, like in the door frame, could barely hear it. I feel like this is far easier to slip into your pocket or in other ways have with you than the ball. The ball is so annoying to have in your pocket. As someone who likes to use Go Pluses, especially for live events and things like that, this is, I feel like the Japan events are gonna be the big test for this for me, which I'm gonna be in Japan in like a week. But I think a big thing as well, especially for like, for the Go Fest events and things like that, when you're having lunch or when you're, you know, for me, I know this isn't everyone's experience, but like meet and greet stuff, I love having the Go Plus on in the background to like, just let's see what we get after the meet and greet, or let's see what we get after lunch. And, you know, have your phone away, be able to quick connect this and just press that button. Thumbs up, love it. Because being like, 1 second, let me just put my Go Plus on and try and get them to pair, and you're pressing the button on this thing, you're pressing the button, you find each other. Hot tip, if you are someone who's going to Go Fest, make sure your Go Plus is paired up before you get to the venue, because if you open up that menu, you're gonna see hundreds of nearby devices and people just struggling to pair them. But that for me is gonna be massive. Again, I hope that this is just some day one teething issues with the auto / non-auto, the manual being a bit funky. I wish you could disable the vibration. That's just, why not? You know, I don't need to know everything. I don't need to know every single catch and touch this thing does. I don't know why they have never had an option where you can disable it. I will look into if someone mods this in a safe way that won't damage the device, I may consider that. And I will attach the cute little lanyard thing to it as well, I think. With that being said, I might do another lap with this on, just on auto catch, try and find a few more Kamala on the way home, and we'll check in with you guys then. Okie dokie, let's check in and see how we went. So that's where we caught the Kamala and the Natu. Slackoth was the last thing we tested before I drove off. So, did a quick little loop around. Honestly, that's a lot better, I think, than the ball. For just doing a quick lap around like the main street and stuff and then heading home, what, 5 minutes or less? Typically, I have significantly less things caught. I think that's because of the lag in between the time that it takes for the ball to identify it, recognize that the button's always pressed in because there's no auto catch on the ball one. It has to be like strapped down and then attempting the catch. Whereas this, because it knows that it's auto catching, it's not waiting for an input from the button press. That is significantly more than just a regular drive home. If you'd like me to test out in more detail, let me know. I could try and do something where both Alan and I go for a walk on the exact same route. He can have the ball, I'll have the plus, and we'll just see what, you know, it's gonna be hard to gauge in terms of, you know, every Pokemon's gonna have a different flee rate and whatever else. But if we did that test over the space of, you know, an entire day, maybe, just to see the difference in how many things were caught, or even just to check side by side how fast it's seeing the next Pokemon. Let me know, I can do that if you so desire. But otherwise, it's a quick little outing for me today. I'm really trying to get as much rest as I can in before Japan and just kick this cold in the butt. So, do a little check-ins and stuff. To answer the question though, is the Plus worth it? I think it's too soon to tell. It's gonna have a bunch of different functionalities for Pokemon Sleep as well, if that's something you're even gonna use or want to use. If you're someone who's just wanted an official device for the longest time, comparing this to the ball, very similar in price to the ball, way slimmer, way more lightweight, and just on a very early test, I would say a lot faster. I think there's still gonna be some bugs to work out, but at the very least, there's a few extra features in this. You can use the Great Ball, you can use the Ultra Balls manually. That being said, there are other third-party devices, not that I'm encouraging you to do that or whatever, but from what I've seen in the past, those are typically significantly cheaper. So there is that. I don't know if someone's gonna invent a way for those to be compatible with the Great Ball, the Ultra Ball, who knows? But if you're after the official one, it's not bad. But to really know, we're gonna have to wait and test this bad boy out. So no new hundos today, didn't expect it. I haven't been out for a lot today. I've only been out for a couple of hours. I had some missions to get done. Shiny check, I doubt it. I got my one photobomb Squirtle. I was out rural for Squirtle Com Day, seeing some family, getting a cold. So 1 photobomb, 1 Squirtle, fine with that. And for our Kamala stash, I have exactly 2. So I'm definitely probably gonna try and get out tomorrow just to catch some more of these just for myself, to trade, reroll, whatever else, because it is only a 2-day event. Kamala will be in the game after this weekend, but as with most flavored events, typically the best time to, you know, get your catches in is during that featured event, because there's going to be a lot of them. Again, I did see plenty more as a shadow at the start of the day. I just didn't want to catch those ones. I wanted to catch my first one on video with you guys. So they're definitely out and about, but they're not as common as everything else. I might as well mention as well, while we're talking about Kamala, I know at the moment we are currently fundraising for Starlight Children's Foundation, but I actually really wanted to, for Kamala's release, I wanted to go back up to the Port Stephens Koala Sanctuary. I haven't been up there in so long. If you guys remember that video, I'll link it down below from our little trip up there a couple of years ago, but I think it's kind of fitting. Kamala, koalas. Long story short, if we're not taking efforts in Australia to preserve, protect koalas and their habitats, it's very likely that koalas will be extinct by 2050. Not in 50 years, by the year 2050, which is incredibly concerning. If you've been up to the Port Stephens Sanctuary and you've spun any of the Pokestops there, I mean, there could be some new ones now, but I submitted every single one of those. There was nothing when I went up there, and I was trying to make some of the cutest ones that I could find from all of like their sculptures and the artworks. and things that are there. I would love to go back up and suss out if there's any more that I could add too. I think it'd be a cute one to send for this event, to stick a koala sticker. Oh yeah, there's featured stickers, by the way. I'll leave a link down below as well if you'd like to donate to the koala sanctuary and all their efforts for rehabilitating injured koalas, or their efforts into preserving natural wildlife for koalas. If you feel so inclined, that link will be there for you guys. Or just in your own way, day to day, help protect the environment in some way. You see a bit of rubbish on the ground, just pick it up and chuck it out. Everyone's got hand sanitizer these days. Doesn't matter, you can wash your hands afterwards. If you see that rubbish on the ground, chuck it out. Help protect your equivalent of a koala in your area. Good luck with finding these little cuties out and about in the wild. They are so cute. Such a cute Pokemon. I didn't realize how tiny it was. So adorable. See the Pokédex entry. It remains asleep from birth to death. Same, honestly. As a result of the sedative properties of the leaves that form its diet. It's literally just a koala. I mean, koalas can be quite spry. Their eucalyptus is just not very nutrient dense. It's a little bit of misinformation. I think people always think that koalas are blazed out of their minds. It's just that eucalyptus leaves don't offer a lot of energy. So they conserve it, unless they have to. In which case they can jump 2 meters in one go, which is taller than me. A koala could jump onto my head, were it so inclined. They're just not so inclined. Conserve the energy. Speaking of conserving the energy, I'm gonna go conserve my energy and just try and get better in the next week. There are plenty of other events upcoming as well. For Adventure Week is gonna be when we're in Japan, which is gonna be awesome. There's gonna be some, I can already predict some phenomenal shiny hunts with the lads. I know that me and Tom both freaking love shiny Tyrant. Tyranitar will be available in Pokemon GO. I can already see. We managed to hit lucky friends as well, so hopefully we can both get one, do a lucky swap or something. The videos for Japan are gonna be amazing, so I apologize that things are a bit quiet at the moment, but the whole month, for almost the whole month in Japan, and then New York Go Fest straight after is gonna be, there's gonna be a lot happening. So make sure you are subscribed, make sure you stay tuned, keep your eyes peeped. There's a Riolu egg hatch event day thingy next weekend as well, which I'll likely either stream or cover for you guys in some way, but I'm gonna be very tentative around that because I've been burned before on egg events. So, but I'll take one for the team. I'll keep you guys informed. I wish I could have caught the Snorlax for you guys today, but that's at least gonna be a 7 days from now thing. So good luck for your Snorlax checks too if you are doing the special research. As always, lovelies, thank you so much for watching. If you are new, please be sure to subscribe. Thank you to everyone who did leave a like as well, and if you'd like additional ways to support the channel, links for Patreon and the merch are in the description down below. I hope you're having a wonderful, wonderful morning, noon, night, whatever time it is for you, and I'll catch you guys in the next one. Bye.